Looking for a fun way to boost your English? Quick chats, easy tips, and a whole lot of poppin' energy, all in one place. This is Podcast Popcorn. Let's pop into it and make learning fun.
Ever felt that little knot in your stomach before sending an important email? Or maybe hesitated to speak up in a meeting, wondering if you sound, well, a bit like a robot. Or maybe you just wish your English felt more natural, more you. You're definitely not alone.
Not at all.
Today on Podcast Popcorn, we're doing a deep dive into those essential English phrases. The ones that will make you sound confident, professional, and, genuinely yourself in any workplace situation.
Right.
Without all that stiff textbook language, we're talking practical, easy to remember phrases for you, especially if you're around the A2 plus or B1 level.
Yeah.
We give you real world examples and explain why they actually work so well.
That's right. Because, in today's workplace, clear and natural communication, it's not just about getting your point across. It's really fundamental for building trust.
Absolutely. Building relationships.
And advancing your career, really. We hear it all the time from learners. They master the grammar, but still feel their English sounds a bit, translated or overly formal.
That disconnect.
Exactly. So this deep dive is specifically designed to help you bridge that gap. We'll look at everything, emails, meetings, even those daily chats with colleagues and your boss.
Okay.
Think of it as like your shortcut to sounding authentically confident.
Okay, so let's start where so much communication happens now. Email.
Yeah, the inbox.
It's often the first hurdle, isn't it? Especially if English isn't your first language. It's surprisingly easy to fall into that trap of sounding, stiff or impersonal.
Totally. And even with all the AI tools helping draft emails now, if you don't refine them, they can really miss that crucial human touch, that nuance.
Exactly.
And what often gets overlooked with email is that, yes, clarity and being concise are key. Always. But the tone is just as vital. It really needs to match your relationship with the person you're emailing.
Okay, so it's not one size fits all.
Definitely not. Sometimes you need that formal tone first contact, maybe a serious official thing. But for everyday colleagues, people you work with regularly, a more neutral or even friendly tone is usually much better. Right. It builds connection. It doesn't create distance.
That's a great way to put it. Building a bridge, not a wall. Okay, so let's dive into some common phrases that kind of accidentally put up those walls. Make emails sound robotic.
Let's do it.
My first one, I see this all the time. Please be advised that. What's the problem there? It sounds official, maybe.
It does sound official, and that's sort of the issue. Please be advised. It instantly makes you think of legal documents or government notices.
Yeah, very formal.
Very. It uses the passive voice, which kind of removes the I or we, and it feels like a command, not a conversation. Creates distance.
Okay, so less connection.
Exactly. A much more natural, direct way is just, I'm writing to let you know. Or even more casual, just letting you know.
Okay. That feels much friendlier.
Right. It's active, it's personal, it invites connection.
That makes total sense. It feels less like an order. Okay, what about this one? Kindly find attached. I have to admit, I've probably used that one.
Oh, many people have. You're definitely not alone. It's often a direct translation from other languages, and while the intention is polite, it sounds quite outdated in modern English. It's just not how people naturally say it anymore.
So what's better?
Just keep it simple. I've attached, or you'll find the file attached. Simple, clear, direct. That's what you want.
Simple, clear, direct. Got it. Okay, another one that always felt a bit over the top to me. I remain at your disposal.
Yes. That one feels quite subservient almost.
Yeah, a bit dramatic.
It really highlights those cultural nuances in language. At your disposal implies a very hierarchical relationship, which modern workplaces generally try to move away from.
Right. We aim for more collaborative.
Exactly. We value a more proactive, helpful offer. So instead, just say something like, let me know if you have any questions.
Simple.
Or happy to help if you need anything else. It's friendly, it shows you're willing to help, but it keeps things more equal.
That's really insightful. It's the feeling it creates. Okay, last one for this bit. It would be greatly appreciated if... Why is that one maybe not the best?
Well, honestly, It's just too long and overly formal for most everyday requests.
Okay.
It doesn't sound like how people actually talk or ask for things.
Right.
Much better way, still polite, because you're using modal verbs like could or would, is I'd really appreciate it if you could.
Right.
Or even simpler, would you be able to? It sounds more human, less like a formal instruction.
More human. I like that.
Yeah.
So for everyone listening, beyond avoiding those tricky phrases, what are some really solid, useful, natural ones you can use daily in emails?
Okay, great question. So for asking for info, could you please provide more details? Or could you please send me the updated file? Nice and polite. To show you're on it, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. That's perfect.
Classic.
For apologizing, I apologize for any inconvenience caused. Always good.
Yeah.
And for summarizing, maybe after a call or meeting, try. I wanted to send a recap of our recent meeting call so we're on the same page. That phrase, on the same page, just means making sure everyone has the same understanding.
Okay, on the same page. Got it. So let's try a mini role play. Imagine I need an update from you. How about this? Could you please send me an update on the Q3 report when you have a moment?
Absolutely. I'll get that over to you as soon as possible, probably later this afternoon.
Perfect. Thanks. See? Natural, easy.
Okay, moving on from emails, meetings, and presentations. For many people, and I mean many, this is where the nerves really kick in.
Oh, yeah. Public speaking anxiety is real.
It really is. It's one of the most common workplace fears. But here's the thing. That nervousness, it's total normal. And you can manage it significantly. Preparation is key, obviously. But also, knowing a few specific natural phrases makes a huge difference. And the most crucial part, grabbing attention and setting the stage right at the start.
All right, you got to hook them in those first few seconds. So let's talk starting phrases. For greetings, instead of just hello, maybe try something like good morning, everyone, and welcome to my presentation.
Yeah, adding a bit more warmth.
Or to show appreciation right away, thank you for taking the time to attend today, builds immediate rapport.
Good one. And when introducing the topic,
You could say, as you can see on the screen, our topic today is, or more directly, the main reason for this meeting is,
clear and focused.
and setting the agenda is vital. Right, so something like, in my presentation, I'll focus on 3 major issues. Gives people a roadmap.
Perfect. So once you've started strong, your involvement during the meeting is key. How you interact politely, how you keep things flowing. You want to create an atmosphere where people feel comfortable jumping in.
So to actually ask for ideas, simple phrases work best, right? Like, does anyone have any thoughts on this?
Exactly. Or just, what do you think about this? It's a clear invitation.
And if you really agree with someone,
Show it. Enthusiasm is good. I totally agree. Or, that's a great point. It validates their contribution.
okay, but the tricky one, disagreeing. A blunt, I disagree, can sometimes shut down conversation, can't it?
It really can, depending on the culture and context. It can feel quite abrupt. So softening it is usually better. I'm not sure that I agree, or even better, that's a good point, but...
The good point, but technique.
Yes. You acknowledge their point first, shows respect, then you introduce your different view. It keeps things collaborative.
Okay, that's smart. And for making your own suggestions.
Again, softer language helps. Maybe we could, or I think we should try. These sound more like suggestions open for discussion, not commands.
Right, inviting input. And what if you're confused or need something clarified?
Don't be afraid to ask. Use phrases like, sorry, what do you mean by, or can I get a clarification on that point? And
Right.
that phrase we mentioned earlier is great here too, just to make sure that we're on the same page. Remember, on the same page means having the same understanding. It prevents problems later.
Super useful. Okay, interrupting. Sometimes you have to jump in. How do you do that politely?
Acknowledge the interruption. Sorry to interrupt, but, or can I come in here for a moment?
Yeah,
It just shows respect for the person who was speaking.
good point. And then smoothly moving between topics.
Use clear signposts. Let's move on to, or now that we've covered that, we can talk about guides the conversation.
Okay, now I wanted to mention something about making your point stronger, especially in presentations. I call them power words.
Ooh, intriguing. Tell me more.
They're not about being overly dramatic, but used carefully, they add confidence and impact. Like, always. You could say, we always prioritize customer feedback. It builds trust, shows reliability.
Okay, I see, like consistency.
Exactly. Or available. Our support team is available 24/7, signals responsiveness. Best establishes excellence. Q3 delivered our best ever results. Brave acknowledges challenges, but shows confidence. We need to make brave decisions here.
Shows you're not afraid.
Right. And bright creates optimism. The future looks bright. The key is don't overuse them and make sure you can back them up. But they add that bit of punch.
Nice. And finally, wrapping up the meeting, still need clear phrases, right?
Absolutely. To summarize, you can say, so to summarize our discussion, or before we finish, let's recap the main points.
And action items are crucial.
Definitely. Here are the action items we need to complete by next week. Ensures follow through.
Perfect. And always end with thanks.
Yes. Thanks for coming today, or thank you for being so productive. Leaves a good feeling.
Okay, quick role play again. Let's say you suggest something in a meeting. Maybe we could explore that new marketing campaign idea next quarter. How would I respond if I had reservations but wanted to be collaborative?
Okay. How about this? That's an interesting idea, and I appreciate you bringing it up. I'm just wondering, though, thinking about our current workload, perhaps we could pilot a smaller version first, maybe next month, just to test the waters. What do you think?
See, polite acknowledges the idea, offers an alternative softly using perhaps and maybe, and asks for input. Very collaborative.
Okay, so we've done emails, we've done meetings, but what about just everyday stuff? The quick chats, the small talk. It's just as important to sound natural there, right? For building that team feeling.
Absolutely crucial. It's often in these smaller interactions that rapport and trust are really built. And yeah, the fear of making mistakes can feel big, even in casual chats. But using some common idioms and conversational phrases here really makes your English sound more native, more comfortable. It shows you're really engaging with the language.
So for just starting small talk, what works?
Keep it simple. If someone's visiting, did you have any trouble finding us? Or how was your journey? Just general polite questions, or even just nice day today, isn't it?
Yeah, the weather is always a safe bet.
Totally. They're just easy ways to break the ice, make a connection.
And offering help casually.
A really nice natural one is, let me know if I can lend a hand. Lend a hand just means help. It sounds very collaborative.
I like that. Lend a hand.
Yeah.
Okay, what about when you're totally busy? We all have those days.
Oh, there are great idioms for that. You can say, I have a lot on my plate.
And your dinner plate is overflowing.
Exactly. It means you have too many tasks or responsibilities. Very visual, very relatable.
Okay.
Or another one is, my hands are tied. This means you can't do something you might want to do because of rules or restrictions outside your control.
Ah, like maybe your boss wants to give you a raise but says, sorry, my hands are tied by the budget.
Precisely. It expresses that lack of power in a situation.
Useful. Okay, what if you need to bring something important to someone's attention? Like, hey, notice this.
A great professional phrase for that is, I just wanted to flag. To flag something means to highlight it, mark it as important.
Flag it.
Okay.
Concise.
Very. And another really useful one for discussions. That's a fair point.
I like that. Why is it good?
Because it acknowledges the other person's perspective, even if you don't fully agree. It shows you're listening, you're considering their view, builds trust, keeps things open.
Shows maturity, too.
Definitely. And finally, if someone asks you to do something that's not actually your job, how do you say no politely?
Tricky one.
Try, I'm afraid that's outside my remit. Your remit is just your area of responsibility. It's a respectful way to set a boundary.
Outside my remit. Professional. Okay. Let's shift gears slightly to another crucial and sometimes difficult skill, giving feedback.
Ah, yes, the delicate art.
It is. Getting it right is so important. How can we do it effectively, respectfully, naturally?
Well, starting with positive feedback, the absolute key is be specific.
Not just good job.
Exactly. Instead, try, you're doing really well with specific tasks, keep going, or great job on finishing that project ahead of schedule. Or, I really liked how you handled that difficult client call.
So they know exactly what was good.
Precisely. It reinforces the specific positive behavior.
Okay. Now for the harder part. Constructive criticism. I've heard about the sandwich technique.
Yes. It's a classic for a reason. It works really well psychologically. The idea is positive comment first, then the constructive feedback, then end with another positive comment.
Like a feedback sandwich.
Exactly. So for a colleague, maybe, fantastic job on your presentation. Your slides were really clear and engaging. That's the first positive slice.
Okay.
Then the constructive part. I did notice that maybe speaking just a touch slower next time could help make sure everyone catches every point. Notice the softeners. I did notice maybe just a touch.
Right. Makes it gentle.
Then the final positive slice. But honestly, your confidence and your knowledge of the subject were really impressive.
Ah, so it cushions the criticism.
It cushions it, balances it, makes it much easier to hear and accept. That phrase, "I did notice," is great. It frames it as just an observation.
That's really helpful. And you mentioned softening language generally.
Yes, using phrases like, "You might try," "Maybe next time you could consider," or "It might be helpful to." These are less direct, more like suggestions.
More palatable.
Exactly. And using collaborative language is powerful too. Saying, "Let's work on this together," makes it feel supportive, like a team effort, not just criticism.
That "let's" makes a big difference.
Huge. Especially important when giving feedback to someone new versus someone you've worked with for ages.
How so?
With a new colleague, you want to focus on welcoming, gentle guidance, maybe phrasing suggestions as questions. "Have you thought about including?" Offer lots of encouragement. With an existing colleague, you might be slightly more direct because you have that established trust, but still keep it soft and encouraging.
Makes sense. Adjust based on relationship.
And one final point that applies everywhere, but especially at work. Avoid jargon.
Explain jargon quickly.
Jargon is just specialized words used by a specific group that outsiders probably won't understand. Always think, who am I talking to? If they don't know the term, explain it, or better yet, use simpler language.
Got an example?
Sure. Instead of saying, "The company shall put in place such measures as are necessary," just say, "The company will manage the project effectively." Clear, simple, everyone gets it.
Much better. Okay, let's try that feedback sandwich. My turn to give you some hypothetical feedback. Hey, you did a fantastic job with that project proposal. Your research was incredibly thorough. Really good stuff. I did notice, though, maybe next time you could try breaking down the budget section just a little bit more. Make it even easier to scan. Overall, though, your dedication really shone through. Fantastic work.
That's great. Thank you. Feels balanced, specific, and helpful. I know exactly what was good and what I could tweak. See how that works.
Yeah, it feels much better to receive, I imagine. Hashtag tag outro.
Wow. Okay, we have covered a lot today.
We really have.
From making your emails sound authentic and connected, to navigating meetings with confidence, and even handling feedback. These phrases really are like a secret weapon for the workplace, aren't they? They really are. And remember, everyone, the goal isn't just about perfect grammar. It's about clear, confident, natural communication, the kind that builds trust and really helps you connect with people.
Connection is key.
And practice truly makes a difference. Using these phrases regularly helps them become second nature, and that's what opens doors in your career.
Absolutely. So here's a thought to leave you with. Thinking about your own workplace, your own interactions, coming up this week, what's one phrase from today you'll make a point of using? Just one to start with, to transform your next conversation.
Good challenge. This has been the deep dive on Podcast Popcorn. If you found this useful, if you learned something new today, please do give us a like, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives.
And please, write in the comments below. Let us know. What's the next topic you'd like us to do a deep dive on? We love getting your suggestions and exploring what you want to learn more about. Thanks for tuning in.